Hello everybody, I'm Melissa and welcome back to Book Bar and welcome to another Trope Tuesday recommendation video where I will be discussing friends to lovers romances. I'm not a huge friends to lovers romance because I don't know. I feel like I need the angst and the tension that comes with like enemies to lovers, but friends to lovers can be good and it's fun every once in a while. And so here are 10 books where it is friends to lovers. They were friends when they were, a lot of them are more childhood friends to lovers, but there are a couple, like when they were adults, they became friends. But we're just gonna go ahead and get on into it with the first one being Mixed Signals by B.K. Borison. This is the third book in the Love Light Farm series. The fourth book actually comes out the month that I'm posting this, like in a couple weeks, but this is the third book, and this follows Lila and Caleb. And Lila is the baker, and Caleb is he used to be a cop, and now he's a teacher. And you've seen them both in the background, and like they've always kind of had like a flirty banter. And they kind of fake date. It's like dating lessons, kind of like, yeah. But it's super cute and fun. I loved this. I kind of want to reread it because it's been a while. And now that like the rest of the whole series is coming out, I'm feeling like I need to do a reread. Because I've read the whole series, I could read them out of order. I know exactly what happens. Maybe like, because this is more like supposed to be like the summer book, maybe I read this one and then I read, well, but I really want to read Business Casual. So maybe I'll just read Business Casual and then I'll do a reread. We'll see. Because that's what happened when I read Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I wanted to reread her other books. So maybe that's what happened. But yeah, Mixed Signals by B.K. Borison, definitely friends to lovers. Then we have Falling Embers by Cowles. This one is also like best friend's brother, but they were good friends when they were kids. This is Calder and Hadley. And Calder always would do stuff with Hadley. He would do like more, because Hadley, so if you read, this is the second book in her Tattered and Torn series. If you read the first book, you know that Hadley's sister was kidnapped when they were little, and then their mom kind of, like they all dealt with it in different ways, and their mom got, like, because of what happened with Shiloh, she kind of was able to do whatever. Like, she was more, like, her mom wasn't as, like, her mom was understood and, like, knew she needed to, like, be free, but so she really tightened the reins on Hadley and was like, no, like, very much helicopter mom, like, did not want her to do anything, and Hadley just wanted to be free. She wanted to do things. She wanted to be a little bit of a daredevil, and so Calder would take her like writing and like BMX, like dirt bike riding, like that type of stuff, and he would call her Little Daredevil. And so now she has this YouTube channel where she is Little Daredevil, and he is a single father to 2 daughters. Yeah, it's just adorable. I'm trying to think, like, something happened and he got, like, they, like, stopped talking for a while. And now, like, they're back. And, yeah, it's adorable. I did know, like, I did see the twist coming. I knew who the bad guy was going to be. I kind of was like, it's a little too convenient. But, yeah, I still love this. This is probably my favorite in that series, which is an unpopular opinion. But I loved Calder and Hadley. Next up is Before the Sunset by Laura Pavlov. This is the 4th book in the Cottonwood Cove series. This is not my favorite in the series, but it was good. This follows Finn and Reese. And Finn is an actor, and something happened in, I think it's the epilogue of the book before this. It could even just be the prologue of this one. But basically his co-star is like, oh, we were dating, blah, 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 all this stuff. And he's like, no, that never happened. Like his reputation is being torn apart by this girl, and he's like, no, we kissed one time at a party, like drunk, what is going on? And so he ends up like, and Reese has been dating this guy and they just broke up, and to make her ex jealous and to kind of get the media off of Finn's back, they fake date. They have been best friends forever, and you know, fake dating leads to real feelings. So adorable. Not my favorite in the series just because of the way Reese was with her ex, but it's still a really good book, and this whole series is amazing. And you could read this one without reading the others, but I would definitely read the others as well. Then I have a novella, and that is Party Favors by Erin McLellan. This is a sapphic novella set around New Year's Day, like New Year's Eve. This follows Amanda and Ren, and they are friends, like internet friends. And one of the, I can't remember which one, but one of them like is like, well, why don't you come join like me and my friends at this cabin? And so they go to this cabin for New Year's, and they both realize that they are attracted to each other, and you know, they don't hold back on their feelings. So it was a fun, smutty, good time. Like, very good. Definitely a fun Friends to Lovers novella. Shorter read, quick read if you're looking for a quick read. And so, yeah. Next up, we have Saving and Redeeming 6 by Chloe Walsh. This follows Joey and Aoife, and on the first day of school, Joey and Aoife meet, and Aoife's like, we're gonna be best friends. And Joey ends up working for her dad, and knows that he is like the bad boy, and she's kind of the princess, and she's, yeah, this book is amazing. I love it. Redeeming 6 also fits into this, although they are together more in Redeeming 6. But this one, they are friends. Like, there's like, they like make jokes to each other. She says something and he always says nice legs. It's adorable. I love it. I don't want to say too much, but yeah, they are friends more so. Like in this book, they are more friends than they are lovers. The second book is more like them figuring stuff out. But they do get together in this one. So, yes. Next up, we have Radiance by Grace Draven. This is a fantasy Friends to Lovers, which is not common. I feel like fantasy romances are usually like enemies to lovers or reluctant allies to lovers, but this one is Friends to Lovers, and it's arranged marriage. So this follows Ildiko and Borison, and Ildiko is a human, and Borison is a species called a Kai, and to make an alliance, they decide to marry off. He is the second son, and she is like a cousin of the royal family. They're like, why don't we get you? We're gonna marry each other. Like, they're gonna marry each other. Why that took me so long to figure out what to say, I don't know. But they get married, and they think each other is absolutely hideous. Borison can't stand Ildiko's eyes because of the whites of her eyes. Like, the Kai don't have that. And Borison has like long, sharp teeth and claws. And so like they make fun of each other, but it's like in like a lovingly, jokingly way. And they are just really good friends at first until they realize like, hey, I actually think I love you. I think I'm really interested in you. And yeah, it's adorable. It's fun. It's great. A good fantasy world, and it's Friends to Lovers. Another fan row that is Friends to Lovers is Blood Mercy by Vela Roth. This follows Cassia and Leo, and Leo is a Hespertine, which is kind of like a vampiric like creature, and Cassia is a human, the bastard daughter of the king. And Cassia and Leo spend a lot of time together, and you know, things go from there. It is very long. It is a long series. I've only read the first book, but I enjoyed it. It's fun. I love anything vampires. I love because I love a good biting scene, and this one had one. So yeah, that is one that I think is a good Friends to Lovers. It is like a slower start. I did read it in a vlog. It is like a slower start, but once it gets going, it's like you don't want to put it down. Next up, I have Next to You by Bonam-Young. This is Lane and Mateo, and Lane's best friend is dating Mateo's best friend from the first book, Next of Kin. And so they become friends. They like meet at a party, and Lane's like super drunk, and he's like, but we've already met before, like our best friends are dating type of thing. And they just become really good friends. She actually buys like a school bus, and they work on it to renovate it together. And, you know, while they're working on it, they're like, I might be attracted to you a little bit. I might be attracted to you. He's kind of Jason Momoa-esque, and she has pink hair. This is the older cover, like the indie cover. But yeah, I loved this book. It was so fun. I definitely think it's a good Friends to Lovers. When I read it, it didn't seem as long as it is, although these pages are really thick too, so it's not really all that long. But it's a good Friends to Lovers romance. Then we have Lotus by Jennifer Hartmann. This is Oliver and Sydney, and this is kind of in the same world as like Still Baiting. If you read Still Baiting, you know that like this guy was rescued after being captured for 22 years, and that happens to be Oliver, and he goes back to his hometown where he sees Sydney, who was his childhood best friend. And Sydney has always kind of had a thing for, like, always held out hope that Oliver was still alive. And things go from there. It was gut-wrenching and beautiful, and I really enjoyed this. I still think Still Waiting is probably my favorite in this, but I did really enjoy that, and Still Waiting is not Friends to Lovers, so I couldn't include that here. But Lotus was a good option. Then the final book I have is another novella. It's an Audible exclusive novella, but it is fantastic. It's like one of those was it full cast? I don't think so, but it was still really good. And that is Coming Home by Kennedy Ryan. This follows Tori and Naomi, and they were friends in college, and they had like, I don't remember if it was Second Chance, but it's a very quick novella, like 4-hour listen, so very short, especially like 4-hour on one-time speed. But it was just a fun, quick novella, great for a readathon if you're doing it, but it is also Friends to Lovers, and they both go back to their college for homecoming. Tori is there for his daughter, and Naomi is there to do she's asked back for to like report on something, and they end up doing like an interview together, and it was very cute and fun, and I really enjoyed it. I mean, I love anything Kennedy Ryan writes, but this one, like, if you're looking to like get into Kennedy Ryan and you know that she has some hard-hitting books that you're like, I don't know if I'm ready to be emotionally wrecked, this is a great place to start, because you still get a little bit of that like emotion in her books without it being like, I'm gonna tear your heart out and put it back together. Of course, Kennedy Ryan always puts it back together, but without having all of that, like, and there's no crazy, like, there's nothing super heavy in this book, with it being, like, it's just more of a fun novella. So it's a great place if you're looking to start with somewhere to start with Kennedy Ryan. It's a great place to start. So yeah, those are my 10 recommendations. Now, of course, as always, I have 4 books on my TBR, according to what I saw on Goodreads lists. The first one is Him by Sarina, Bowen, and Elle Kennedy. This is, I know, a male-male hockey romance, where they like were friends. They like went to like hockey camp together as kids, and then like something happened. I think they had like a moment, a bi awakening, a gay awakening. I don't remember, or I don't know. And then they go their separate ways, and now it's like years later, and they're playing for the same hockey team or something. I don't know. I could be completely wrong, but I do know it is a male-male hockey romance. Then I have a couple novellas that I really want to read, and that one is The Four Leaf by Jacquot. This has Primal Play. This is in her like Holly Knights series, which I do eventually want to read them all. I just like, they're great like palate cleansers to read like during a readathon, or when I'm like feeling it, like especially like seasonal reads. She has some great ones. This is a St. Patrick's Day one, but I believe there's like a Primal Play, there's a game involved, but I've heard really good things about it. Then I have Go Deep by Rilzy Adams. This is author is struggling to, like, she's a romance author or an erotic, I think she's even just like an erotic romance author. She's like struggling to write anything good because her own like love life is stale, and so she asks her best friend to like hook up with her, and things go from there. And then we have Give Me More by Cate. This is the 4th book in the Salacious Players Club, or no, the 3rd book in the Salacious Players Club series, which is actually on my July TBR, so it should be read soon. But this follows Hunter, is it Derek? I don't know, Hunter, someone, and Isabella. Why can't I think of his name? He's whatever. And Hunter and Isabella are married, and they've been married for a while, and they are going off with their best friend, who is the construction worker at the club. I can't remember his name right now off the top of my head, but he is a construction worker at the club, and they are going on this they're going to different sex clubs around the country, and Hunter decides he wants Isabella and his best friend to hook up, and then he ends up joining in eventually, and yeah, So I'm excited to get to that one eventually. I have heard nothing but good things about it, and so I want to read it. But yeah, that is my Friends to Lovers recommendations for this video. Like I said, Friends to Lovers is not my absolute favorite, but there are some bangers out there. There are some good ones. I tried to go with books that I don't often recommend because, I mean, I could have gone with Take You Down or Take My Hand. Like, there are plenty of books I could have gone with that I recommend all the time, although I do feel like I recommend Chloe Walsh whenever I can, but same with Catherine Cowles. But I tried to go with books that I don't often see recommended, or I don't recommend myself very often, but I still wanted to do that. So yeah, that is all I have for now. If you made it to the end of this video, leave me the hand holding emoji, the like two people holding hands. I don't care what two people you do, whether it's the male, female, the two females, the two males, I don't care. Two people holding hands. We do that. And I think there might even be an adult holding hands with a little kid. You do that one, I don't care. I don't know why, that's the one that's in my head. And also let me know what your favorite Friends to Lovers romance is. One that is not on here that I should read. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the fun stuff. It really helps me out. And I will talk to you all in the next one. Bye.